Hello guys, let's go straight into the action. Today we'll play on little bit on Croatian poker site Super Sport. Just to show you uh, the players we are playing with. So because it will be really interesting. Let me see. Just to go into the Twitch. Let me see. Okay. Okay. I think I'll go with an orbit now. Okay. We'll get the HUD also, so it will be great. What I need to do now? We'll start music and we are ready. This guy is really tight, but we are of course calling. It will be around maybe 8%. Let me see. Around 8%. We see that he 3-7-8 suited. But he's pretty tight player, I know how he plays, so okay. Gonna fold this. We're gonna fold it. I'll check this board. Let me see. Whoop. I'll go with an orbit now. Okay, let's go like this. Orbit now. Okay. I also have one more table at Super Sport. We can do one thing. We're gonna squeeze here. You who calls. We're gonna go like this. Okay. Hello Ivan. Sorry for delay. I was watching the game. It was pretty sick game. So I was watching till the end, and now we'll go to play a little bit. No problem, man. Dinesi, you will get your lunch. You will get the lunch. This guy is really nitty player. When he bets here, you see this is his betting into the multi-way pots. We can call, we can check raise, and maybe fold him out. Fold him out on the turn. He's really tight. Let's see, he's also river fold. You see, he's folding a lot on rivers. This guy calls. He's also a fish. I think we need to check here. He can call with the 9x with the worst draw. Now with the worst draw that we have. The question is, would he jam with the set? I think he probably would, but he's not aggressive. I'm just gonna go with the bet. He can also have like 9x here. I go with bet like this. Okay, we'll see what he had. We are against he had tens. We are against really bad player. Really big fish. Did we trip it here? I just want to know. I just want to know if it was tribet pot here. I think, or it was isolated. Okay, it was isolated. So 5-7 expected call. We have one more table, which is good. We have one more table. I can also add it. Let's see how it will look like. Okay. I'll try to do it here. Oh, like this. Okay, it will be good. It will be okay. Okay, we're gonna open ace queen. We're gonna just put a little more up. Ace queen is split with the 4-bet and a call. Thanks, Magic. I'm gonna call this time. We don't know this guy. I don't know if he's using polarized or linear 3-bet range, and it's quite important in this spot, because if he's using polarized, he'll have hands like 8-9 off, 8 jack off, king 8 off, king 7 off, so a lot of no equity hands if he's using that polarized range. He's not really betting king jack. Pretty significant. The players you will see here you will not see in anywhere in the world, that's for sure. Let's check behind here. And I think we can go now with normal size. I think the normal size is good. I think we look really weak in this spot. Really, really weak. So I like the smaller size. Okay. We can also talk about the hands that are playing. The guy had ace queen. The guy had ace queen. He called big blind versus cut off ace queen. Call one, and he didn't like bet defensive bet on this river. We're gonna go like this. 4-8. Just tell me if the sound is good. I think it's important. We can go with the lower bet again. We can go with a smaller size. We can go in with a small bet because we have a lot of 7s, 8s, 6s in the range. So we can do a mix of everything. I'll go with an lower bet. Okay. King 5 fold. Jack 6 we're gonna fold also. You're gonna see some crazy players here. And then we can go maybe even in a heads-up match, we'll see. 3-6 fold. 75-27. 3-betting starts. 66-18. 42-7. 67-6. Crazy players. 4-5 we're gonna limp in. What a crazy game today. One of the craziest game I ever seen. It was like the when Barcelona scored like last 3 goals in last 10 minutes against Paris Saint-Germain before like 3 years. Sick game today. Let's see how the Lord played this hand. I want to know. Let's see. Isolation is good. Betting bigger size, I think it's good. Against him betting on the turn, it's definitely good. He's gonna have here like Jack 8 off, Jack 7 off, stuff like that. So betting, I think pretty bad play against him. Betting the turn. This way you can play hand against reg, but not against this type of player. Okay, 6-9 we're gonna fold. Let's see what happened there. If it was significant, I don't think. Let's see. Check call here. This is his calling range. So he has 40%. So he should be having king 9, queen 9 and jack 9 off in the range. And that's important in this spot because this is his worst 9 off hand. He has probably ace 9 and king 9 and that's it. So he's gonna hit that 9 frequently. Sound is good, great. Uh, if he's having like 40% range calling or three betting, which I think it's pretty accurate, uh, he's not gonna have hands like 7 8 off, but he's gonna have hands like king 9 queen 9 jack 9, and he's not gonna have hands like uh, 8x off, like king 8 off, stuff like that. So he's gonna have a lot of broadways. So folding out hand like queen 10 is good for us, and I think the blockers with to jack 9 and 8 9 are also okay. I'm gonna go. This hand is pretty much always a check. We're gonna go delay. His delay fold to delay c bet is 74%. Uh, let's see what he's calling delay. Check call turn versus delay 26%. He's gonna have hand like king highs, gut shots, middle pairs, check fold river, check call delay, and check fold river really high. Our hand is checked now. A little bit of the full house. A little bit of the full house. Queen 6. Three 4 we're gonna fold. This we're gonna check. We just have to bet here. Okay. I'm just gonna fold to a pot bet against this type of the passive player. We're just gonna go like this. Queen 4. We're gonna fold. 3 8 we can fold also. We can maybe even have a heads up session today. It's quite possible. We are starting late, but I'll try to do it this next few days before Scoop, to stream every day just to get into the good motion. Ace 10 we're gonna play. Calling deuce 5 off from the small blind. Let's go like this. Let's see, did he call deuce? Yes, he called deuce 5 off multi-way. He didn't try to do anything. This guy calls 3-bet. Okay. 1/3. Standard bet on this board with this hand. I'm gonna fold, of course. Fold. We're gonna fold it. Cold call with the 5s. We're gonna 3-bet. Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo folds. Let's see how Yoo-hoo plays deep. Call 3-bet out of position. He basically play out of position 4-bet strategy. 4-bets ace queen suited in deep positions. see. He called only one time smaller versus big blind, and that's it. And he 4-bet. Ace queen suited. Deep is 150 blinds plus. We're gonna ISO here. We're gonna ISO here. Okay. I usually go with a small bet, but regarding we have really big fish, I'm just gonna go with the bigger bet. Usually I bet 1/3 in multi-way pots. In this situation, I think it's better to bet big. We're gonna open this. We're gonna 3-bet. He's using now 4x. He can have everything basically. He's not. You see, he opened UTG with Jack 3 suited, so he's not positionally aware. He can now 4x basically with everything. So, and he calls a 3-bet. Okay. He check raises his value hands immediately. Not the greatest. He's pretty passive. After check turn, let's see his overbetting range. He bluffed 1 out of 5 times. And he's gonna have a lot of ace-10 off in the range also. And probably even hands like 9-10 off. And queen is also getting there, so now we are going back to two tabling. I'm going to leave this, okay, like this, 1/3 here, going like this here, and leaving this table here. I'll go like this. You see, he check raises 6-8 on ace jack queen. We are just gonna go a little more. A little more. We can call, we can jam here, I think, because this player basically can have everything. He can have king 7 off. Okay, let's try to. We're gonna go pot. I think I need to a little like this. Okay. Or I can easily just do this, but I need to move the HUD. Okay. We're gonna fold against UTG. Pretty crazy site, pretty crazy players. Basically he check raised. He's blocking ace king, maybe that's what his thinking process. really nitty opens. Let's see here how he reacts deep. Think I squeeze this. Always call 3-bet in position. He calls deep button versus small blind really a lot. Let's see the hands maybe, just to see if he's calling light ace-5 suited, and basically we know just ace-5 suited. We will open 2.5 because he's a little bit shorter. We can think bigger size fits better on this board. Let's see. Basically his range is 100% of the range. He calls everything. Let's see what he calls. It's only 1 out of 1. Fold Jack 8. 4-6. We're gonna fold also. We're gonna fold also. I need to just put differently. I need to put it differently. It's left that I stream info is crushing mid stakes on Poker Stars. We are not playing on Poker Stars, so we're just gonna change it to wow, let's see the hand. Let's see this hand. Of course call, of course call. All in, the guy calls with kings. Sick hand. Sick hand. Okay, what we're gonna give a title, or we're just gonna leave it and we'll probably move to Poker Stars. I think we're gonna call. Looks like a give up or 9x from Yuhu. We're beating hand like 5-6 and 6-7, so I didn't want to bluff it. Yeah, but I think we're gonna lose the table. Okay, Yak is back, so probably not. I think on and our friend from stream is also here. Ivan is here. Ivan can see our hands now. Boop, boop, boop. He can better learn our strategy when he see what we had against him. I'm just gonna fold to an overbet. Yuhu has left, and Yuhu is a good player. I wanted him to be here also, because it will be more interesting. Rich Fish, hello. Where are you? Why don't you play at Super Sport now? You are still owing your nickname to us. I don't like to ISO when the guy has like this. Don't like to ISO. You know, Rich Fish, you need to tell us your nickname. Still. These are I want to see Ivan's stats. 24-20 on 473 hands. Let's see what Dobitnik did here. Let's see what he did. He called a 5x. He limped 3 bets with Jack 3 calls shove. I think I'm just gonna fall to pot size. I would 4-bet if he 3-bet, get it in. We go what, 1/3. Four-bet. It would be good if Arigold is here, then it would be really interesting. Yak is getting a stack from Ivan, not stack, the amount that he had. It was half the stack probably. Let's see how the hand went. Calls a 3-bet. 5-7. Okay. Against him we will just call this, we're not gonna 3-bet it. Tenchi steps where he doesn't have any set in the range, so we're just gonna call. But he can even bet like Queen X, like a donk in where is the big fish here, like hand like Queen 10. But I don't think he's betting that again. I think intelligent play here would be to check a lot with a hand like a full house. I think he can have like King Queen, but I don't think he's betting Queen 10 and Queen Jack. That's the problem. So I'm just gonna call here. Yeah. Maybe King Queen he can bet, but nothing else. Oh, maybe he had. Let's see. Yep, he's losing. Maybe he's Dobitnik somewhere else. But what he should wrote like Gubitnik maybe. 666. Yep, the problem with this hand, he's not gonna bet Queen 10 Queen Jack on the turn. That's for sure. But against this size you just need to call, of course. But you know, Intelligent play would be here to check, I think, or like overbet. But this size, basically, we don't have a tough decision. We're just gonna call with the trips. It's not even little bit hard decision. It's he didn't put us in any spot. Basically, nothing hard. Uh, so, but basically, he's not good player. So he's winning something, but pretty bad, pretty tight, without any sense. He should be okay. He can donk here, but just think about this. He's donking into range where he doesn't have any set in the range. So and he's donking into that range. Okay, he has Jack 10 off, but I also have Jack 10 off on button. So he doesn't have any advantage over me, and he's donking. So immediately when you see something like that, you know that he's not good. Uh, that's and if he on the turn, then he should be polarized and then overbet, but he just bet half the pot, uh, and that half the pot we're just gonna defend. You know, he didn't put us in any of the top spot. Go 1/3. I wanted to bluff, but now I think we just don't need to. We're just gonna bet pot now. He had queen 10. Okay, 3 bet here. Okay. Second 3 bet is always stronger. Of course, Ivan. It's always like that. And Yak is out of the game now. But he's back on the 2K. Ivan is playing from the mobile phone. You see how it is here. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna go like this. What I was trying to say, he shouldn't be on that hand against him. He shouldn't be having donk range on that board ever. So when I see something like that, I would just slap the guy, go into his house and slap him, because it's so disgustingly bad play. Um, and I even think I should have just folded on the turn, because he's giving us the odds we just can't ever fold king queen, basically ever, because he's betting half the pot. We need to defend 67% of our range, uh, and stuff like that. But disgustingly bad play by him. Yak gets the pot with 5-6. Let's see how he got to the river. I want to know. Okay, so he raised the 5-6 off. Okay. Uh, okay. I'm gonna go with the check rates here. Phew. This guy looks like a complete fish, and this guy can have basically everything. Hmm. What to do now? Until I don't know this guy, I think it's best to fold. We didn't invest much. This guy is, we know that he's full of shit, but we don't know anything about him, and 70-10 usually means. Let's see his bet step turn range. Step turn. Pretty bad river. He's gonna get that 7-8-8-9 hand. Our hand is not bluff now, our hand is basically nothing. Znam ko Juhu, Juhu je Kiki. Juhu je Kiki sa foruma Alpha Scorpi sa Pocket Pro foruma. We're gonna call here. We're not gonna call, okay. We're not gonna call 8 jack, we're gonna fold. This guy called calls. Okay, he calls a squeeze. Jam. And Yak is getting a really fast double up. Easy game for him. We don't have the sample, so basically we don't know. Ivan will be sitting here probably. Probably. Bet here. Betting the turn. Yak is getting immediately double up. I want to see the size that he used pre-flop, just to remember. 280, okay. Betting half, three-way. Okay. We will go into the heads up table. Okay, we'll go 1/3. I don't think we'll see from fish raise flop bet shove on this type of the board with the bluff or anything to bluff, and until I know that he's capable, I'm just gonna fold this. We're gonna go bigger. I think I'm just gonna call or raise. I'm gonna go with raise. I'm just gonna jam. I don't think he's now stepping 8x. Checking. Ace 10, we're gonna check on this board. Even he reps polar here, but I still feel he's passive. He reps a polar range, but when he bets like this, he's repping like I would say maybe ace 8 plus. But we just don't know. Maybe he can just bet normal 8x. So we just don't know. Okay. We're gonna go with the raise. And we're gonna jam. Let's see how he reacts on our bets. I think we're just gonna overbet against him. Even if we look, or we go with the pot. I'll go with the pot. Fold here. We're gonna go 2x now. We're gonna check. We're gonna check like this. How much he has? Like 30 blinds. I think we can even jam. He can basically have really a lot. We have the backdoor. I think the jam is good. go 1/3. Okay, we're gonna add one table of stars, and we can also wait for the maybe heads up. Ivan is back. Ivan is back here. Okay, let's put one more table here. A lot of tables on stars. A lot of tables on stars. Okay. Okay, but I don't think one table is like this one. I'm just gonna change my stream info. We're just gonna follow this. Insane. Limping, then calling a 3-bet, squeeze, whatever. We're gonna go like this. Okay, I just changed the stream info. Okay. Okay. We changed the stream info. We are ready. I told you, Ivan, games here on the biggest limits are crazy, just crazy. Uh, Bigger size, okay. I'm gonna go with the call. Do we want to bluff now trees? Because he will have a lot of 7s, 8, 9s. Do we want to bluff it? And what we're gonna rep? Here hands for me looks like, I think I'm just gonna bluff it. We're just gonna go bluff it. It will be crazy games today. Really crazy. We're squeezing this. Go 5x. Yak's not gonna fault. So 5x is good. And he faults. This is his fault versus 3-bet. But still I think he folds a lot on the rivers. You see here, out of position fold around 50. It's not that a lot, but in position is around 60 to 70. And he's not folding a lot after betting turn. That means that he's gonna pot control a lot. So for example, that means his bet river will be a lot bluffier, just because he's after betting turn he's just not folding, he's mainly calling, and that indicates the strength of the check range on the turn that's not betting the river, and that means he's probably over bluffed because his bet range will significantly miss this type of hands that should be betting the river. He's putting them in a check range, and probably you see that, not probably but surely call on the river. Okay, fold. All the winner. All creation. It's probably late for other people, but we can just go all night. We are just like that. We can go all night. Anybody has I think this guy is right. Has team stat name just to check Cultivati and other players. I put this guy as a fish, but I'm not sure. We're just gonna comment also interesting hand against Ivan, and we go with an overbet. Gogi is overbetting here. Go with the tribet. Ivan is calling. Ivan is calling. What is gonna happen, Ivan? What did you call with an overbet on the turn? And Ivan has a straight, and Ivan has a flush, and he give it time. Ivan looks really tight. What did you think about that match? Let's see this hand again. Pretty bad board here, because he's gonna, I mean, we would also have tens and jacks, but we're not gonna have a lot of eights. And he's gonna have all of that, these hands. I'm just gonna check ace king. We're not gonna bluff it. Ace 10, okay. Not the greatest board. Ivan, you had pretty much the nuts. Yes, he's overbetting. He's repping, I don't know what. Probably flush. Or maybe straight. But you have easy decision on the river, because I don't think he's overbetting a set, so on the turn, when the flush got there, I don't think he's overbetting a set. He pretty much reps a straight or a flush. Maybe because you check all the flop, he can basically maybe overbet with a straight. But you had easy call. Easy. You're beating also the value range, not only a bluff. We're gonna 3-bet here. When you were thinking about it, I just thought you have maybe hand like jacks. We are jamming here. We are jamming. No, Rich Fish, he was thinking about himself, not to me, but let's see if he is stationed. Hey, Ivan, don't lie to people. Went to showdown is only 25. Maybe he was then thinking about me. Maybe he was then thinking about me. Maybe then he was thinking about me. Because you have went to showdown only 25. You're not stationed. You are not stationed, so probably you can lie to us, but you can't lie to the statistic. But it's allowed to be lying in poker, unfortunately. Let's see what happened there. I want to know. Ace 4, Big Prod. Let's see what he did. Big Prod opened, this guy called. Big Prod didn't bet this board that he should be betting. And now he delay and he looks... I mean, he bets that big size. I mean, he can bet probably like eights, eights, sixes maybe, but that's it. I don't like the delay on this board. Deuce 3-9, pretty disconnected board. Big blind doesn't hit it ever. He doesn't have ever two pairs, so I think betting most of the range has sense. Um, let's see, Ivan. Look at this. Total fold versus river, 67% in position one of the two time. Again, you can lie to us, but you can't lie to the HUD. But it's not bad to fold. Let's see. He's we don't have the data here, but I want to know first big blind overcall range. We see that he did squeeze with sevens. Um, I think he's not having ace jack ever. He's gonna squeeze against us and jack. I think we have a fold here. Jack will call probably worse than us. A really bad bet on the river, Ivan. Really bad. I think I'm just gonna go with pot here on the river. We still have the overpairs that are gonna check this board. Because definitely we're checking here hands like aces and kings always, so we're gonna still have value hands. Really bad play, I think, Ivan, because this guy can have every jack 9 in the range, and he can have a lot of 10x in the range. We can also have a lot of 10x. When we are calling there, what do you think we have on the turn? And the river, if you're betting, you need to bet small, I think. Even this bet is bad, I think. But this bet is terrible, I think. But our hand three-way is not good. I think that if I got here, if we were heads up, I think I would probably jam this hand. Yep, I would just jam on this size most of the time. Blocking jack 9, and you don't have probably ace jack ever, so, and it's bottom of my trips range, so jamming has sense. Ivan, it's not my opinion. It's only hard stats, but it's only 500 hands. You know, I don't have any opinion because we didn't play a lot, so I don't know. But I'm just saying based on the stats. But it's only 500 hands. You know, doesn't mean anything. But I don't have any opinion because we didn't play a lot. I didn't even have I just have what I remember, uh, some hands that we played a long time ago, but basically I'm just saying the hard stats, uh, and I think you see when to showdown 26 indicates that you're not gonna overcall in bluff catching situations. Uh, that means so it's not stationary; it's completely opposite too. But that's also not a bad thing. But we're just gonna. I need at least. Uh, Panzer would definitely defend you. I think you know that hard stats are reliable at least on a couple of thousand hands, around 4K hands, 4K to 5K. Everything else is misleading. It can show you something, but not the full picture. Definitely not full picture. Let's see what will happen here. Jack is calling or tributing 80% of the range. So basically he has here queen 4 off. He has even worse hand than that. He's calling UTG 80%. So deuce 5 off, 3 5 off. Everything is in his range. Everything. So we will be in a lot of tough spots and it will be interesting. So big tribet, they are a little deeper. Lord is calling. Lord is Uskebasie's student. So we'll see what Uske learned him. Ten six we're gonna fold. Ace 5 we're gonna open. We're gonna open. Seems that Bank of Decay is pure normal reg 1915 on the nitty side. Let's see here, around 50% of the range, 55. That means he has king 8 off in the range. Offsuit connectors, jack 10. We don't see that. But probably doesn't have hand like jack 8, which would be significant in this situation. Check raise 6.5. He did check raise and combo draw, and he did check raise the pure nuts on the flop. So let's see how much he falls to 1/3. 55%. I'm not expecting a lot of floats in this spot. He's gonna have, of course, this pocket pairs 6, 7, 8. I think 8s are 3-bet in this spot. Yes, the 8s are definitely a 3-bet. So I don't know what he's repping with this size. I don't think he's betting 6s in this spot. So with this small size, I don't know what he's repping. He's repping maybe queen 9 of spade type of hand. I would say we of course are always calling here, but I'm thinking about raising with some of the 5x, not this one. This one is just pure call. Okay, he has a nuts, queen jack. I don't understand the size because basically there is no hand that wants to bet in this size. Even like queen 9 of spade wants to bet bigger, so I just don't understand uh, what he's doing. Really bad play because basically his range wants to play polarized and bet big. I mean big, not like an overbet, but half pot, 2/3. Uh, because what is the value betting range on this river? We want to know what is value betting range on this river. Okay, he's gonna have some jack x hands, uh, but jack x hands wants to go into the overbet range, mix it with some bluffs, some floats against 1/3 hands like king 10 of with 10 of spade or king of spade, something like that. that wants to just go with an overbet. So small size doesn't have sense. This hand has sense to be maybe checking again, going into the check raise or a big size, but definitely not in this size. If you fold on the flop or turn, does that mean you're losing when to showdown? I think here is nice spot to go with the bet check bet bluff. Yes, we're just gonna go with the do it with the pot. Yes, when to showdown means how much you are going into the showdown. So you're going to showdown 25%. That means like you should be around 28. So you are less than 28, 29, let's say 28. So definitely that means that you're not overcalling the river. So we are basically just looking to a river. Uh, but if you're folding, just let's play this hand. It affects. I just want to say it affects your when to showdown, but you're not overfolding like on at least not on this sample. I think we can go here to a check even sometimes. I go with a small bet, but definitely okay checking this board with worst and the best of our flushes. Not that bad idea. Checking behind here. We can go 1/3 on the river, but the problem with this guy is not stepping the river. He's gonna check here hand like queen 10 with the 10 of diamond, or hand like jack 9. He's gonna have 7s, 8s. He's gonna have with the diamond, and not gonna he's not having that defensive bet range, and then basically our hand lose that like thin value that we can get with 1/3. If he's having here like 40-50%, then it's much easier to bet. And we can also see here fold versus river bet. I have that stats, but it's not big sample. But in this sample, you did fold around 60% to a river bet. That's a lot, but it's basically the samples. 500 hands doesn't mean any. That doesn't mean much. Doesn't mean much at all. Uh, the guy is 4xing preflop. Let's open the small blind versus big small blind versus big blind pop up, and he's betting 80%, and he's mixing a lot of bluffs there. And let's say he's check. We don't even have the check spot. We see here out of position generally that when he checks he doesn't fold, and it's pretty strange that he bets 80% small versus big blind, and now he checks this board where I expect a frequent bet. Basically, we are just gonna call here. I'm just gonna check behind again. You see here stuff like that, basically obvious. He's betting 70% out of position, and suddenly he's we're gonna go with an overbet here. When somebody is c-betting 80% and is checking a high frequency flop, that always means he has a hand, always. Because he would always bet his bluffs on the board where he has range advantage and the board that is good for him. So unfortunately that we didn't hit the river because I would then probably go all in, and then we would be stacked. But because basically I would do that because just I just know that he has a hand. We are following this call for 3% of hands. We're not gonna do anything. This guy calls a call for. Aces should be always in that range. Some of kings, but basically people don't do that. People just jam kings. I would say aces, jacks are definitely there, but part of them are shoving. Nines, tens are I think always there pretty much. Nines, tens, hands like ace, queen suited. Maybe hand like even queen, king, queen suited. And this guy now checks. It's pretty strange because on this queen he should be like betting really a lot. What is happening today, guys? Can you explain? What is happening today? So, 22-18 guy is call for betting with 4-7. Okay, he's calling a call for with the 4-7 suited. What's happening? What is happening today? But this guy, I mean, this is the jam here. A lot of ace queen should be also having their pretty clear jam, king queen, ace king. Okay, this guy would call him, but it's not important. If he's having 4-7 suited here, what just think about what type of hands he's gonna have here. He's gonna have also hands like jack x, 5-6 suited, I don't know, hands like ace 5. You're gonna have a lot of queen x. You can put the tough spot 8s and 9s, so ace king. When I see something like this, I just can't put him as a reg. Even he's probably winning, but he's not good reg. He's just a bad reg. If you're not jamming ace king in a spot where you have king queen suited and all of the ace queens, you're just not good. And you are shoving into range that doesn't even have any queens. It doesn't have a lot of jacks because a lot of jacks are shoving pre, and it has most like that medium pocket pairs, like medium high pocket pairs like 8s, 9s, 10s, and you're all of them putting in tough spot, and you're not doing that, so you're definitely not good. And we're just gonna mark him as a bad. We are calling here. Ivan will probably wanted to prove us wrong, so definitely we're just gonna call. 27% gonna call. Phew. I didn't want to see this river. I didn't want to see this river because his size on the turn doesn't have sense. You see how did he play king queen there? He's not betting. I think a lot of ace jack ace queen he has, he's gonna bet like this with a heart. I'm just gonna fold it. Not hard. I would call instantly, just based what I saw and what we speak on the streams, terrible size on the turn, not the turn is one third size GTO. GTO doesn't bet ever. He's checking or betting one third. He doesn't use any of the big size. So bad size and doesn't have sense. I think we're just gonna overbet here. Doesn't have sense. Doesn't have sense. The size, and we see the how which size he used with the king queen. So I would say, Ivan, that you hit that river, and you would get snapped on the river if the hearts not get there, because I'm sure that you're not sure what you need to bluff in this spot and which type of hand you're gonna bet on the third color and now bluff. You should be betting hands like queen jacks suited, like queen jack of spade, and bluff with the river, because uh, you are like turning down the hands like ace queen with the ace of hearts, which is important. And when I'm pretty sure you don't know that. So you know, if you're having queen jack of spade, for example, it's not possible that I have ace of hearts jack of spade. So that's why it's important to bluff with a hand like queen jack. And I think that most of your bluffs in this spot will be hands like ace jack and ace queen off with the hearts. That's my opinion, and I would like, if you can, but you can show, you just can't show the hand. That's the problem. But I'm pretty sure you had something like that. Based on your size and the way you think about hands that we speak on the stream. Uh, one third. Pretty bad run out. We did get. We go one third. We have a lot of tens, jacks, hands like queen jack, king queen. I think all of them wants to bet one third. We are checking the river. We are blocking ace jack, which is nice. Uh, I don't know if he's gonna turn into bluff hands like five sixes, three sevens, but definitely we're calling here with this. He didn't step with the queen jack, which is strange. But I think okay, it's okay check also. When he's betting the river, I don't see like we are blocking 10 jack. Uh, we are blocking hand like an ace jack, which is important, and I don't think he's gonna have basically a lot of jack x hands. We don't also know him, so we don't know. We are 3-betting this. His calling range is everything. You see, call of the 3-bet, he calls 90% of the 3-bet, so it's not even important the range to think about the range. He's not even falling a lot of on the c-bets. We'll try to get to the showdown. We'll try to get to the showdown, but we won't be able to do it. On the turn, we are not longer. We don't no longer need to bluff. So We're gonna three bet here. We're gonna three bet here. Seven nine fold. What we let's try to rebuy here. Ivan, if you're saying like that, then you need to show the hand. Then you need to show the hand if you can speak like this, because it's provocating. You're saying just fold. Then show the bluff if you had it, because I can bet here. We can bet. Look this. I'll give you 100 euros if you had bluff. Just show the hand. Picture it and send, and I will give you 100 euros if you had the bluff. Okay, 100 euros I'm sending on your account immediately. Okay. Show the bluff. 100 euros is on your account. But I know you just get 100 euros more. I was talking about when to showdown, not the one on showdown. Rich Fish, don't say the nickname. Don't say the nickname, because just I offered him. Just think what I offered him. I offered him 100 euros. Just if he was bluffing, 100 euros. Just send the bluff and 100 euros is there. And just think what I offered him. I offered him opportunity to only have win-win situation, no? Because he knows if he had a bluff, and I don't know, but I'm dead sure that he didn't have a bluff, that I'm giving him 100 euros if he had it. Just think about that. It's crazy, right? It is crazy. That is when you trust yourself. You know? But I know that you didn't have a bluff, because I know, based on what we spoke, that you don't know what to bluff there. And no hand is 2/3 on the pot without the heart. You don't play like that. We had a lot of hands, and you were commenting a lot of hands, and your thought process didn't include something like that. You didn't. If you were like bluffing without equity, you'd bet like you bet with the king queen there, not with 2/3. 2/3 was bet, please fold. Maybe you would jam on the river, but I would call, because it doesn't have sense from what I know about you. But you know what I offer you? I offered you 100 euros to show the bluff, and unfortunately it's obvious that you didn't have it. So you would be a big man now that you send the bluff and say, okay, I had it. What you gonna say now, Melo? But of course that will not happen. That will not happen. And I didn't mean any offense by saying that you have a low when to showdown. Low when to showdown is actually not that bad. That indicates mostly that you're not gonna bluff catching like minor EV spots. I didn't mean any offense, but you did. And I don't understand why. Let's see what will happen here. look at the size. You see the size on the turn. Have the pot on the turn. Ace 9, we're gonna fold. Let's see his stepping range. Step flop, trash, two no equity hands, draws. Basically, let's see, a donk turn bet, donk flop bet turn, only one of the one-time top pair weak kicker, and he played it similar. But I think ace 4 it's gonna call. Because we are ahead of all his draws. Not the best spot. We're just gonna call. Even his river bluffs are not that big. This is his out of position river bet. But he has some of them that didn't have any sense, that he donked then bet the turn. Basically the jack is killing us. I think he had ace queen. Against him I'm just gonna call this. Small blind versus only like 6 to me, again 11, but still king jack suited. Maybe around 8 would be jacks plus king jack suited. Okay, we're gonna call with ace king against him. Znao si da igram protiv tebe, kolo bi te bilo koji river, pa rekao sam ti plan na trenu. Znam kak igraš, kako razmišljaš o igri. Evo, kažem ti, dam ti 100 eura, pokaži blef, ono, šta, u čemu je problem? Gdje ćeš ti tu opaliti blef protiv mene, ja tu imam masu. And what I do when I say what he's rapping now, this doesn't make sense. I always call in that spots, most of the times, because when it doesn't have sense, it's like that. Nećemo blefati ace king. But like I said, I told you, show the bluff, you get the money, you didn't bluff, and that's it. End of the story for me. End of the story. We're gonna jam. End of the story. You would be a boss if you show the bluff, then say, I killed you, but you didn't do it, so I just don't need to talk about it anymore. Rich fish, the problem is because everybody's capable of getting triple barrel bluff, but does he know what to bluff? That's the question. And I think that his 2/3 size on the turn indicates that he's equity heavy in that spot, based on the way he played like that king queen hand. We're gonna check this ace 8. I think it's a really good check. Unfortunate river. Let's see, versus delay. That's he having a raise range. You know, and that story, you just show the hand, you get 100 euros. We just we just don't need to talk about it anymore. I was the man. I told you, show the bluff, you get the money, and you know the results. I don't know. Znači ti znaš koju ruku imaš, ja ne znam, ja tebi dam pare za ništa, a kad se već kurčiš, onda budi frajer i pokaži hand, stari moj. Ovo je meni pičkasto, ono. Meni je to pičkasto do jaja, ono. Pričaš, pokažeš ruku i gotovo, dobiješ novce i kraj priča. A ne šta si ti sad imao, jel si ti mene tu nadigro ili ne, nebitno. Ja mislim da si bio brutalno zgažen i da se sad, ono, pravdaš tu. Znaš da si na trnu bio slabiji, da si dobio river i dobro, šta, i bio bi kolan da nije došao taj river. I šta bi bilo? Plakanja. Moj fold na riveru je od 45 do 50%, tvoj je zasad na ovom samplu 65%, tako da nemoj mi pričat bajke. Event u showdown ti je 20%. A možeš bilo šta, meni je svejedno. Ali nisi frajer, stari moj, znaš, nisi frajer. Provociraš i onda budeš frajer i kažeš, evo, izblefa sam te i pokažeš mi blef. To bi onda bio frajer za mene. Ovako mi je to glupa priča, ti sad, ja ne znam šta imaš, ti znaš šta imaš i ti sad nama pričaš bajke. Meni je to bez veze. Meni je to bez veze. Good board. I think I'm just gonna go jam. There's no other sense for me. We can't raise to 50 or 70. If we are raising, we are just shoving and that's it. One more. We're gonna fold this. Stop. We're gonna go 100. We are going 1/3 on the turn. We're gonna fold. We're gonna fold the river. I like the 1/3 size on the turn. I think it's good. We're gonna fold this. I think that size on the turn is really good. We can bet a lot of for value. We can also bet a lot of draws, a lot of gotchas that we're gonna have. Jack is killing us. Rich fish is trying to be funny. what we're gonna do here. Big size. This board likes a big size. Go 1/3. 1/3 is good. Nisi ti mene stiltao. Nisi ti mene stiltao, ali si mi ispo ljigav malo. Onak, jednostavno mi nema smisla ta priča, znaš. Nisi me stiltao. Pa mislim šta, na koji si način ti mene stiltao? Pa ja sam, znači, izgubio sam na streamu, na Sunday Millionu smo doživjeli 2 bad beata, ono, za 50, u novcima je taj bad beat značio $50,000, pa se nisam stiltao. Šta si me stiltao što si uzeo 1000 kuna, šta me briga. Nisi me stiltao, već mi je glupa priča, ne volim takvu priču, ono, kužiš, glupa je priča, razumiješ? Znači, da si ti sad bio frajer i kažeš, ono, pokazao blef, svaka čast, ali šta onda kažeš, ono, znao sam da ćeš misliti ovo i ono i, mislim, čemu ta priča, kužiš, ne razumijem tu priču, to mi je glupo. Ništa drugo. Glupa mi je priča općenito zato što sam ja uvijek iskren i uvijek ono, šta jesam, a ti sad ono, pričaš kao u stilu da si ti mene ovu ruku izblefao i kao ono, pokazao si ko ima takav Hand2 showdown. U stilu kao, vidio si sad ko koliko folda. Glupa priča, kužiš. Da si to napravi i pokazao mi tu Queen Jack u spejdu, kapa do poda i svaka čast majstore, kužiš. Ali ovak mi je priča glupava mi je priča, ono, pa nismo djeca jebate, ono. Glupa mi je priča, samo to, ništa drugo. A to da li si ti mene stiltao, pa meni, ja ovo radim 10 godina i preživio sam sve i svašta, ne može mene stiltati to nikako. Samo mi je jadno i glupo, ono, znaš, da si bio frajer pa budi frajer. Ja ti još ponudim, evo ti novci, pokaži ih ako si imao blef. Nisi shvatio uopće, nisi shvatio što sam ti ja reći. Nebitno mi je šta si imao, već mi je glupa ta priča u koju si ušao. Ne ljutim se, ja se ne ljutim, već mi je samo glupo. Ništa drugo, samo mi je glupa. Nije da se ja ljutim, odmah sam ti rekao, ne ljutim se, ne ja tu ljutim pa igramo poker, ono. I da si mi izblefao svaka čast, ali kažem ti ono, da si, ono, da ne kreneš u tu spiku, reci šta si imao i onda zajebava, jel ne ono sad spika, imao si ono, naš, glupa mi priča. Ništa drugo, ali nije da se ja ljutim. Pa šta se imam ljutit, Bože dragi. Nažalost nemam, ali nebitno je to. Nije uopće bitno šta je ko radio i šta je ko napravio, već je glupa priča nakon. Ta priča nakon mi je glupa, razumiješ? Ja ti kažem, evo dam ti 100 eura, pokaži blef ako već krećeš u tu priču i ti onda krećeš u neku drugu isto priču bez veze. Znaš, glupo mi je to, ali ovo ostalo sve 5. Pa mislim, igramo jedan protiv drugog, nismo sad u igri si mi ono, želim te pobijediti, kužiš, nema tu sad nekog, ti mene želiš pobijediti, ja tebe, to je sve pošteno, ali glupa mi je ta priča, ja ne bi nikad, recimo, ja bi pokazao hand i rekao, gle, odigrao sam tako, jel tako, nadigrao sam te tu, pa svaka čast, da sam sad imao Queen Jack u spedu, brate mili, svaka čast, ono, bravo, super si odigrao, to ti kažem, niš drugo. Fish is betting pot here. Fold. Fold. Maybe even fold pre-flop because 18-12 pretty probably tight range. You see his 3-bet position. Probably fold pre-flop against. I'm gonna fold it. Gonna go 120. Lord calls, and I don't know what range can be calling there in a small blind. We're gonna jam. And Luca is killing us again. Like I told you, it will be a crazy players. Crazy, crazy players. Jack, Luca. It will be a lot of crazy hands. Let's see the Jack. He's not losing that much based on the way he plays. Interesting hand here. We're gonna talk about it. Let's see. This guy is really nitty. Basically not bluffing anything, I think. Let's see the hand. Okay, bet 40% and overbet shove. Today, a lot of crazy hands from Rex. This guy that was sitting here before was calling call 4-bet with 4-7 suited. So a lot of crazy shit is happening. A lot of crazy hands. But that's why I add Super Sport. I expected that. I expected it. Sepet, Ivan, Sepet. All good. All good. But, you know, it can be also your strategy. You can try to... You're playing against me, you can try to make me tilt. It's all regular. I'm just saying that I wouldn't do it, but it's all allowed in love, war, and poker. So all good, no hard feelings. Queen Jack. I'm going with 1/3. 1/3. 1/3 is doing great. Well, Luca is from Tordinci. I never played with him. I didn't ever saw a guy like this. Calling 3-bet 90%, out of position, calling 99% in position, so in position there is no fold range, calling big blind 80%, small blind 75%, so calling small blind with hand like deuce 3 off, not problem, calling 2.5x with deuce 3 off, queen 2, queen deuce off, not a lot of players like this, and he's not losing that much, he's losing 15 blinds, not that much. Basically he's killing us. Against me he's winning, I think, a lot from what we play. I will check later, but from what I remember he's winning winning against us. 3-bet from Ivan, big blind versus cutoff. Jack is calling 100% range in position, so he can have anything here. Ivan should be betting also. Basically, I think all his range against 100% here, because this guy will have king 10 here. He will have king 8 off. He will have everything. He's checking behind on that jack. It looks for me that he has hand like a 9x. We will see. Two-thirds. Is Ivan thinking about bluffing in this pot hand like an ace queen or king queen of hearts? Because what he's now repping when he's jamming. He reps a fool. I don't think the many Jack X hands are there except Jack 10 suited and Ace Jack probably. So he reps pretty much, I would say, because he will not jam here. Ah, he did overbet, he didn't jam. But he will not overbet here queens or kings because this jack can have Jack 10 and check on the turn, you know. Or, I don't know, Queen Jack and check on the turn. So he's repping, I would say, mostly hands like nines and hands like hitted Jack, and that's not a lot of combinations, so interesting. But a lot of interesting hands in Super Sport, much interesting than on the Poker Stars. We're gonna go 5x. Much more interesting. We're gonna check. Look at the size of this player, Kutsa. Terrible size, terrible size, terrible size. Let's see. King is probably a fish. Jack is yak on Croatian means strong, so Jack is giving himself a nickname of strong. We are squeezing here. Well, let's see how he plays against the squeeze versus the squeeze. Calling 2/3 of the time. He called the squeeze with the king jack off. Yes, but it was a small squeeze, okay. Okay. Interesting hand. Let's see here what will happen. So Luka called the 3-bet of this guy Tenchi. We didn't see the hands, Rich Fish. We just can't say that. We didn't see the showdowns. We're gonna open tricks. Big blind versus button. He called a king queen suited. I'm gonna call against him this. Tens. If he's calling king queen off, then probably he's using a polarized strategy. I don't like this spot very much. We are calling. This is his step flop, 40% multi-way. He stepped with a6. But he's having more hands like this in the range than he should be having. So around 22% of range is calling or 3-betting. So that means he's gonna have a lot of suited aces and stuff like that. Let's see his call range. Does he check raise? he does. Check call. Let's see. Pretty bad spot here. Pretty bad. I'm just gonna fold king 10 here. Pretty bad spot. Poof. Kuca is wrapping. Good. I tried to say good 10x like ace 10. Interesting hand here. King 10 double barrel. You know, we're gonna have aces here. We're gonna have basically all range because we are checking range on this flop. Pretty bad play by him, I think. And I didn't expect it. I'll go with the check raise. This guy has 5-7 off in the range, so not the good play. Not the good play. I didn't saw I didn't check to see his range, because when you see a hand like queen 7, 5-7 off, when you see something like that, then not a good play. We should be mainly check calling. We should be mainly check calling. Let's see his check call, check fold. So he's using, that means his range is weaker. I'm just gonna use smaller size. Sevens are not really betting, nines are not really betting the river. Let's see what happened there. I completely didn't watch. But Luca is, of course, sick. Pretty sick hand. Yuhu is back. Yuhu is back. And everybody's deep. Only us. We are only one that are not deep. We are basically on the first stack, on the beginner stack. We are in the beginner step, and everybody has at least 212, 220 blinds. Basically everybody's killing us. We need to strike back. We need to strike back. We're gonna do a call for. We're gonna go 1/3. Lord is leaving a table, I think. You who is sitting out. You who is sitting out. Let's see what will happen there. It was a ISO probably. ISO. Check, 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 check. Let's see if I was correct. If it was ISO or a tribet. It was ISO. Yep. Isolation. Check, 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 check. And Jack is falling. Let's see. We can get to another table where are all already full stack. But I think it's interesting when we are a little deeper here. I don't like to play against short, but maybe he will rebuy or somebody else will come. But they are deep, so it will be interesting, more interesting to play. It will be more interesting to play. Jack is folding to river bet quite often. So this is his fold versus river. Out of position. Okay, he's defending good. These medium sizes. He's over folding to overbet. Not that much. In position he's folding really much. He's mostly folding after calling. That indicates he's calling turn with a lot of weak hands. And after betting turn he's not that much folding. I explained what that means. That means he's checking a lot of medium strength hands that should be probably even value betting the river. He's checking them and calling them. He's not raising them. That means he's not slow playing the nuts. But pretty important information to know. And after checking turn he's also defending it correctly. But mostly he's overfolding when he's calling. That means he's just calling like double barrels with no equity hands like ace highs, king highs, hands like weak pairs, low pairs, and then he's folding on the river. It seems like that. Okay. Three jack fold. Everybody's killing us today. Everybody. I wanted to show you a creation site, but I didn't want that everybody kills me. But the night is long, we can still recover. We can still recover. Jack is starting to raise 5x. 5x. Tenchi is calling. Pot bet immediately. I'm gonna fold this. But basically, I think it should. This is the type of the fish you want to bluff a lot, because basically he will have a lot of weak hands on the river, and he's not going to defend them. That's the most important takeover here. His went to showdown is not that high. It's 33, not that high for a fish, so it means um, he can fold. 10 jack, 10 jack. Well, let's see what Ivan had. King queen, king queen with hearts and diamond. Yep, it's not the greatest combination to be bluffing, but yep, I wouldn't bluff this also on the river. Let's go 1/3 here. Let's go with the half pot. We can go like this. Jacks. Jacks are calling big blind versus what is happening today. Big blind versus button calling jacks. We're gonna go with a bigger size against a log door. I think that king queen is not even bluff GTO on that run out, so let's go like this. Log door is shoving with the 8s. Jack is killing us. We're gonna try bet this. We're gonna isolate. I don't think that Jack folds anything to I think our hand is a check. Without I would bet mainly hand like queen 10, queen jack, but king jack with this suit, I don't think it's ever anything. Let's see his step in position. A lot of trash, even ace highs. I would just fold this. Stepping there, 45% of hands. Let's go still 6x. This is his check fold. Jack is 4-betting us. And he calls ace queen. And gets the ace on the river. Interesting hand here. Really interesting hand here. I'm not sure what the guy is repping here. Okay. We are checking queen 6. Jack. Quacky man, where are you? Didn't see you a long time. Thanks. Good luck to you if you're also playing. Everybody now has... Ivan has 300 blinds, Tenchi has 200 blinds, Jack has almost 300 blinds. We are stuck at the beginner stack. Not doing that well. Unfortunately, I wanted to show you a super sport. I wanted to look good, but everybody's killing us. But this is also interesting. Look at this. Checking behind top pairs in position. And stabbing 50%. That means his stab range is bluff heavy. A lot of trash, no equity hands, stuff like that. Definitely okay. We are opening here. Our hand is mixed with the 4-bet, around like 25% of the 4-bet with the ace queen. Let's see, he's defending. Let's see how much he defends. I'm gonna go like this. Usually I would overbet this board, but against him he's overfolding, so I will not do it. King, queen, Leon is coming also, so even Leon is here. Jack 8, we're gonna fold. We're gonna fold Jack 9. 7-10, we're also gonna fold. Deuce 5, we're gonna also fold. Ace king. Ace king. Jack 8. Jack 8, 5-8. This is interesting. Bet call river weak. His bet calling river really weak with low pairs, middle pairs. Bet call river, badge. Raising position a lot. Middle pairs raising in position. 8s on queen 3-6. Draws. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna continue our isolation of about 6x. I think 6x is good. And deuce 8, nothing. 10 jack. I think we can also isolate. We are opening here. Let's see his 3-betting range deep. I want to know this is 3-bet deep, 150 blinds plus. I want to see this. You see he didn't 3-bet at all. Generally he does 3-bet a lot. 20% probably a polarized, but we are not sure about that. 5-4 call. We're just gonna go like this. I think in deep situation people tend to go linear. My experience, bigger size. Fold. Okay. 2-6 we're gonna fold. Let's see what I have on him. Okay. Do we have something about him? We don't. Some reads I wrote. We don't have it. 3-bet pot. Ace-3. Ten trio of calling big blind versus UTG. I think I need to rep, I don't know, hand like jacks or queens. Just bet smaller size. Let's go to our standard size. Let's see. Offsuit connectors, king 8. I want to see the range that he's calling. Offsuit connectors, king 8 off. Okay, it's 50-64% calling or 3-betting. So he should be having all suited hands in the range. 7-10 we're gonna open. I'm gonna check this hand. Interesting hand also here on the second table. I want to see this hand. Big size here needs to go. With nines needs a lot of protection. Bad turn probably also. Quotes I will not play, unfortunately. We have other table. I think I will leave this table. Maybe we have even better here. But this everybody's full stack, so definitely gonna go here. 4-6. I think I'm just gonna open it. Leon is calling, small blind versus early middle. Huh. You see a lot of hands here, queen 9 off. That means if he's calling small blind with the queen 9 off, it means he's having 40% of the range. I think our hand is a check. Unfortunately, a lot of ace kings are betting the flop. We are checking sometimes, but mostly ace king is betting the flop. So we don't have a lot of kings really in the range. But I don't think he knows that, so we're just gonna bet. But in reality, this when we check behind here, our hands like king 10, king jack, ace king should be betting a lot, so we don't have it. We're gonna go with I think we can even check. Jack is tighten up. It seems. It seems he is tighten up. Jack 3, we're gonna fold. We're gonna call this. We're gonna call. Let's see Tenchu how he plays in position. See, but really low. Maybe you should be checking that full house with the tens. Has sense. And Jack is trying to slow play. Did you notice that? And look at his stab river. That means he's over bluffing with the stab. And that's clearly what the HUD is showing. Look, 60% of the range is bluffing. Maybe even 70 because he's turning some low pairs into bluff. So definitely, like we explained in the HUD, I'm just gonna go with eyes again. And I'm not gonna divide my sizings. I'm not gonna divide my sizings into like 4x and into the 6x. I'm just gonna 6x everything. 6x and that's it. NBA has started. Miami is playing. Let's just see how it's going. How it's going. Miami leads. Miami leads. Okay. 20% really high. 3-bet. We see 60% of range calling or 3-betting. That means he has all suited hands in the range. We're gonna go 1/3. He has 4-5 off in the range, but not Jack 5 and Jack 4 off. So not a lot of 2-pair combinations. Let's see how he plays big blind versus small blind. I want to see the raise c-bet stats. Let's see here. I'm gonna fold this. I think on this turn we're gonna have a lot of also checks, but I'm gonna go with the smaller size. I'll go with the smaller size. 6-7. We can open it. Now we are folding it. I will just change the music. I'm gonna fold this. Uh, 3-7. 7 Jack. Poo, poo, poo. We're gonna fold it. I want to see what happened there. Let's see what happened. This guy only called there. King 6. Nine, 10. We're gonna open if we get the chance, but fold now. Ace 9. I think we're just gonna join the multi-way pot. We should check this guy's squeeze, but it's not that high. This guy also is not squeezing so great. We're gonna check. We are not having a lot of 5x hands. We are not gonna have jacks. Basically, we are not having any value hands on this board. We have some maybe ace jack, king jack suited hands, but that's it. We are not calling ace jack off, so we are not having tens. We are having some of the sevens. I'm thinking, do I want to go? I'll go with like this. We'll have some 8-9 suited, basically, and that's what I'm wrapping hands like that. With this big of the size. One-third size. We saw that Ivan bet 1/3 with the nines on the deuce 5-7 against jack, where he should be bet a lot bigger, in my opinion. Facing a donk. Let's see what he's donking. Middle pair, jack 9 on the queen 9-6 with the bigger size 2 pair. Let's see how then he played on the turn. Donk flop, check fold turn. Let's see. Donk flop, bet turn, donk flop. We're gonna use half pot. Here he decided to check raise. I'm just gonna fold until I also don't know what he's wrapping. What type of the hand? He's donking flop. Is he doing this with a hand like a jack X? I don't know. A lot of questions that we don't know. What is his value range? Is he like having here queen jack or stuff like that? Important to know, we don't know. And that's the line also. I mean, he is aggressive, so he can do, but until we don't know much, I don't think it's a good idea to call with the eights. Okay. What happened with the jack, I want to see. Jack, jack, jack. It seems that he is tightened up a bit. It looks like that. I want to see if that's for real or not. Leon is not bluffing, that is for sure. 28 aggression, aggression on the river, 20%. He's not bluffing. Interesting hand on left table. I want to see the action to see what he's repping. Okay, bet 1/3 on this board. Betting polarized range repping. Yep, he's repping polar range. Hands like ace-6 plus. He can have basically also ace-5 and ace-3. But 2 pair plus on the turn with this polarized range. That has sense on the turn. Betting a pot on the turn. What happened there, I want to know. Wow, combo draw. Combo draw. That did the guy raised and the guy immediately shoved. Okay, immediately shoved with the ace queen. The guy had combo draw. We're gonna squeeze. We are gonna squeeze. Jack is not folding, that's for sure. I'm gonna bet bigger on this board. I was thinking about the size on the turn. Do we go small? And then I decided there is no sense to going small, and I decided to check with the tens to let him get it on the river. I mean, tens has a sense for betting small, but my range doesn't. I don't think that has uh, a lot of betting small, because he will check some also on that when the turn is that middle pair. He's gonna check some or maybe a lot of Jack X hands. So I think we want to be more polarized than betting 1/3, because what hands has sense to be betting 1/3? Tens, okay, tens has sense. Maybe eights. But basically, if we are betting 5, 6, and 4s, we are bluffing them on the flop. We are not going to delay them as like some type of the semi-value bluff. So our range wants to bet more polarized in this spot, because we have some Jack X that are checking. And I decided to double check. It didn't go great. It didn't go great. We're gonna three bet. This guy seems pretty tight. %, 3-bet range against us 6.7. We're just gonna fold against that type of guys. We're just gonna fold. King 10, we're gonna 3-bet or ISO. I will get to this table because everybody's full stack here. It's all regs, but it's better than this. Okay, we're just gonna play until the big blind. We're gonna play until the big blind. I don't think this guy has fours in the range at all. Maybe even sixes are questionable. Three betting here. Around 15% of the range. We are calling against this size. Let's see his 4-bet range. Tens. Let's see how this guy is really tight. I'll defend by calling against him. Against this bigger size. Jack has left the table. Again, unfortunate river. Again. Did Jack left the table or what happened? I'm not sure what happened there. It seems he lost the pot. No, I thought he left, but he lost. I didn't see this hand. He called tribute to Jack 5. Sick. And he gets the full house at the end. Ivan, why are you now leaving the table, man? You're speaking like a balls kind of guy, and I will leave the table. I would never do that. I would never do that. Well, let's see what happened there. So want to know this. I think this table will probably be broken soon. So I will stay here. I will go like this. Up. Like this. I'll try to go like this. Okay. Let's go like this. 1, 2. We'll ask you who da li igramo ili ne. Okay. Pretty bad session on Super Sport. Pretty bad. But what we can do? But what can we do? We were just getting killed today. But I wanted to show you the site. I think this is the first time I play on stream on Super Sport. Or maybe I played even one more, I don't remember exactly, but I'm gonna go 1/3. We're gonna ISO. This guy is pretty much the fish. So now only Super Sport is left. So I will just leave it. Okay. So only MIDSTAKES, only Poker Stars. The good news is that we are the good news is that only couple more days and the scoop is coming. Do you like how you could played? How you could played hand? Uh, uh, I think that he just knows that this guy has a hand that he is gonna go with it. So uh, I think it's good. He basically know how Jack play, and he knows that he has a hand, and he's just getting the money in. So I like it. I mean, uh, Yak will never fold, even Jack X. So he's blocking jacks, but I mean, if he knows that he's gonna go in 300 blinds with everything, why not shove? He played it the fastest way, so I think it's okay. He get the stack fast in, but if you're just thinking about why I wouldn't do it, is uh, because what you're gonna bluff there, you will just not, you'll never have any bluffs, and when is that type of the spot, I wouldn't do it. But I understand why he did play like that. He basically knew the guy will go with the hand, and he didn't want to screw around, didn't want to see a turn that will maybe kill the action. Even I don't think there is a turn that can kill action. Jack will continue always, but I think he played it good. I think this is even close to folding against 6% of hands. Uh, so we're gonna just fold it. I would really like to play on Super Sport more. I don't like the tables are broken. I would play there. Um, but all that fish just gave our money to the other players. This guy is also fish. King 10. I don't like to play King 10 multi-way. 4-way. king 10 off. I don't think it's played that good against multiple ranges. Against 15% of hands. I would play on Super Sport right now, really a lot. But unfortunately there will not be action anymore today. Let's see what happened there. Probably bet check bet line. Until I know how they play, what type of player this is, I'm not going to 3-bet. This is my normal 3-bet always. A big blind versus button, even small blind versus button, it's always there. We have a clear call. King 8 is also a call always. 20% of range. Okay. Against the fish, I'm just gonna fold until I know. Okay. He should be checking a lot on the turn here. Jack 10, the guy had. This guy will have in the check range a lot of ace x hands, you know. And he will never bluff this on the river. You see, he's not stabbing at all, especially in 3-bet pots. So I think this is like always after check check turn in position. He doesn't even bet that small size ever. Maybe this guy is not even a fish. I'm not sure why I labeled him immediately as a fish. I'll just wait to see. Maybe he's not fish. Ivane, nije bitno, to ništa nije bitno. Bitno je ono što smo pričali, da je, rekao sam ti da mi je glupa priča bila. Nebitno ko bi koga uništio i šta bi bilo, već mi je priča bila bez veze. Posebno zato što si stalno na streamu i pričamo, kužiš ono, reci ili nemoj, mislim, ja tako nešto ne bi nikad napravio, ono, ne bi tu priču ulazio, ono. Da si me nadigrao, pa svaka čast, pa mislim, ja nisam ljud da mene, pa nadigraj me čovječe, ja se borim, ti se boriš, sve okej, kužiš. Nadigraj me, ja ću probati tebe nadigrati, ti probaj mene, to je sve okej, korektno, znaš. Ali glupa mi je ta priča, jak si bio ili nisi, me see. This guy is also really tight. I lost the time here. Pull the show. Transmissions. I was thinking about the size, but I didn't. I was just didn't go through. What would I rep if I orbit here? I can orbit 8x, but I look really, really. Yeah, not sure. I'm not sure about the size. Poo, poo, poo. Those four we're gonna open. Those four we're gonna open. I'll try to play now every day until the scoop. We should be facing an orbit here pretty often. Pretty often orbit in this spot. Yep. Pretty often. We're gonna bet 1/3. We have enormous range advantage on this board. Enormous, but this hand is not a bluff. We're gonna bluff low pocket pairs and stuff like that. Gut shots. We're gonna go with the hand, 3-bet and get it in against 30 blinds player. Fish. Gonna check. Queen 4. I'm still not sure if this guy is a reg or a fish. It seems like a fish, but I don't know, so I'm not sure. Three five, we're gonna fold. The most important thing I think is that I go into the good shape into the scoop. That's most important. Everything else is not that important to me. Want to go into good shape. I'm gonna play every day in the scoop events. So I'll give my best. I didn't play last 2 weeks basically at all. I had a business to take care, so in next few days I will play a lot, and I want to get into good shape. And when I get into good shape, uh, then it will be okay. Then it will be good. Poo poo. 40 blinds shove. We are almost 3 hours, which is great, which is good. I just need to play now every day till Saturday. In Sunday starts the scope. Also, I have a new HUD for the tournaments. Um, the new it's really good MTT HUD. So I need to also practice. I will do it in Saturday. I will make a little practice, maybe a little practice session, just to get used to my new HUD. And we'll be just try to crush that scoop. We have some depths from the series before. I think I will be hungry for wins. I will be crazy inside the game. I just want to just crush every tournament. I just can't wait to start it. Uh, I'm really hungry for wins. I want to play. I want to play. And I'm really motivated to play. My motivation is really high. Um, so I think I will be on top of my game in the scoop. And there will be a lot of good tournaments. I will also make streams. We're gonna jam. I think Queen Jack is okay. Jam Queen Jack suited. Jack 10, Queen Jack, King Jack suited. I think they're also great. The guy was jamming 40 blinds. He's now so he was jamming 40 blind. He's now 3 betting. He'll have many numerous hands. I don't want to call with that hand 40 blinds. I think it's okay just to show it. Let's see here. This is his check fold. I think I will go with the smaller size, just to tell him I can bet here ace 5. Uh, this guy is probably also reg. I think I saw him on multiple tables. So probably reg. I'll put him as a not yet, but pretty much probably reg. This is not bad spot for bet check, bet bluff, but I think ace queen is too high. We are beating some hands like ace 10, so ace queen is not necessarily there to bluff. Ace a7, the guy is calling. Let's see, he's going to showdown for here. I think I'm gonna bet threes. Deuce 5, nothing. I I want to see if this guy is also reg. Now I don't have team stat name anymore. %45%. Let's see how this guy plays. Splitting 53, which is okay. He's using only 1/3 size and he's having no equity hands also in. We're just gonna call Jack 7. He should be checking here really a lot because he's not opening 8-10 off and we are. So he shouldn't be overbetting. I think I'm gonna raise. Insane. Look at his river regression. We are just getting fucked on the river all day today. But this type of guy, I don't see what type of hands he can. Even if he's like deciding to bluff queens with the diamond. And basically when we raise the turn we'll have a lot of straights also. So what happened there? I want to see. Let's see. Okay, nothing. He reps on the river. Basically I don't see the bluffs he can have when he's calling that raise. Because you know our raising range, we have 8-10 off and he's not opening 8-10 off, so that's why I raised on the turn, because he just can overbet into the range where we have a lot of nuts advantage on him. That's why I raised 2 pair in this spot, and I can mix in a lot of bluffs. It's not that important because he bet only 1/3. I'll float with the backdoors. I can have here a flush, I can have straight, so it's not like and he's not gonna have a lot of bluffs. Let's see, squeeze versus cut of 10% versus hero check. We can get him, try to get him into the pot also. Let's see his fall to 4-bet. I want to know. You see, he's falling to a lot of 4-bet, so he can here squeeze with the hand like ace jack, ace queen, and fall to 4-bet, and we can let the fish also in. So I'll decide to call with this combo of the ace king. We're not doing that often, so it's nice to have it. Basically, we saw that he's falling to 4-bet really frequently. I'm going to check behind, because we'll not have frequently ace king in this spot, so I think it's nice to see. Now he's polarized again. I don't think he's betting queens in this type of. And we are going to jump here. Let's see his river bet. You see that he's bet folding river really often against this type of size. When he used this defensive bet, he's folding a lot, so jamming ace king has sense. And he's bet folding really a lot. He can even maybe fold a king in this spot. Hand like a king queen he can fold. Even to me, he looks like a queens. Yep, he looked like king, queen, or queens. Really nice. And you see, here he needs to bet 100% of range and he's checking king, queen. You know, when players are doing something like that, I'm gonna check there. We're gonna double check because we don't have a lot of straights in the range. Basically, that's the reason why. And we're just gonna bet here with 1/3 because, or 140. I think 1/3 is okay. Eights are clear fold. I think really nice size, and he didn't raise ace-4. We are definitely. I really like the size that we use. We are basically we're gonna just balance or our ace-6 that's gonna bet, because if he's not raising against us hand like ace-4, I think it's really significant in this spot. I like to do this. I think it's okay. Just basically because we will get to a showdown with hands like nines, hands like eights, uh, and to me he looks like a lot as a pocket pair around like nines, tens. He looks like that. Okay, I just want to see his river fold. Do we want to go 1/3 in this spot or a shove? Or like this? Let's see. I'll go with jam. We still have floats like ace-10, ace-jack, and I think ace-10 is a clear bluff, blocking ace-queen and aces. But also I think that also the size like 1/2 is also good, because then you can value bet queen x also. Insane hand like this. And do we want to go 1/3? I think queen needs really high protection in this spot. I'll go with the check. It'd be a three-way, and this is aggressive fish. I'm just gonna go with the queen. Queen's gonna check and check jam. I think it's good play, because he will really frequently stab. He can step here sevens. He can step here heads like sixes, king, queen. He can basically step a lot of these type of hands. So queens needs also protection. He has queen 10, which is great for us. Having a 5 of spade, blocking a 5-6, I think it's also significant, really significant. But I think it's clear now that this guy is a fish. He calls versus UTG 5-6 off against middle position, so definitely a fish. Definitely fish. I'm gonna just close it, finish now. uh, I think tomorrow, tomorrow I can, I will probably make a stream tomorrow. I'll let you know in the forums. uh, I will play until Sunday every day, so, and in Sunday the scope is starting, so see you then tomorrow, and Friday, and probably Saturday. Thanks, thanks for being on the stream, and see you.